Hey, everyone's got to get on the phone and call their congressperson or their senator or both. We're about to have nuclear war any second or hour or day. Putin has changed his nuclear doctrine. A lot of people already know this because it's on like every single news channel and everything out there. Doesn't matter if you're pro-war, you need to stop. No one should be pro-war. War and violence never does anything but kill innocent people on both sides. And we've been pushing our luck, NATO and America, for too long. Putin said he's going to defend his nation, and he changed his nuclear doctrine, if you don't already know this. Now, any attack inside of Russia, by any means, by any nation, nuclear or not, meaning Ukraine is not nuclear, by any type of weapon, nuclear or conventional or drone, he specifically said that, will be met with a nuclear response. End of doctrine. End of discussion. The line in the sand has been drawn and it's done. Putin has been patient for months and months and months while our politicians play games with our lives. They don't care. They do not care. I'm talking to Democrats, liberals, progressives, independents, libertarians, Republicans, all far right, far left. We're all in the same boat. None of us will do good with nuclear bombs. None of us should want war. Ukraine is not our frickin' problem. Do we want the people to die there? Of course not. None of us want that. We want peace. Any sane person wants peace. But Ukraine is not NATO. Ukraine is not our ally. It's the most corrupt nation in Europe. My goodness, Zelensky literally shut down his elections so he could be a dictator. He is no longer their leader. He's their leader illegally because he shut down the whole election process in their country. I won't get into that. The point is, we don't need to be giving Ukraine a single penny. Biden and Harris need to immediately do whatever it takes, get on that back channel phone, which Kennedy set up after the Cuban Missile Crisis. Everyone knows about that. There's a direct line from Washington, D.C., from the White House to Moscow, to Putin. And they need to get on there immediately and say, we're sorry, it's done, we're done. We're going to immediately tell Ukraine, no more launches of anything into Russia. And then let's draft a peace agreement like we had at the start. Everyone realize this. If it wasn't for Biden and Harris and Boris from the UK, if it wasn't for the United States and UK, there would have been no war. Zelensky and Putin, Russia and Ukraine, were sitting down with a beautifully written up and drafted peace agreement with no issues. They were both going to sign it before the war ever started, before one person was killed on either side. And guess who stopped it? Boris from the UK was flown there and said, shred it, we want war. And Biden and Harris backed them and said, we want war. This is because these big warmongers, the big, Boeing and Raytheon and all these other war machines, the military-industrial complex, they make billions and hundreds of billions off war. Look at Dick Cheney, who should be tried for crimes against humanity, war crimes. That guy should have been thrown in prison for life or worse. President Bush should have been thrown in prison for life or worse. I mean, these guys are war criminals. The whole thing is disgusting. So you say, who should I vote for in November? I don't even know if we're going to make it to November. But you say, who should I vote for in November? Well, to me, it's a one-issue vote. That's it. Everything else doesn't matter. Because the economy doesn't matter, the border doesn't matter, abortion doesn't matter, schools don't matter. Nothing matters if we're dead or we're in a nuclear war, guys. We've never been in this situation. We're closer, they say. And this is everybody on the left and the right, all the think tanks, all the top guys in the world that analyze this stuff for a living. Not these conspiracy weirdos, but top real generals and think tanks and people that really do the research and have studied this for decades, say we're closer to nuclear war right now than we ever have been. We're closer than during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and that was seconds away. Kennedy had people right beside him saying, push the button, nuke him. We would all be dead if that would have happened. If he would have listened, we would be dead right now. There would be no humanity. Because at that point, we had like 70,000 nuclear weapons between Russia and United States. Now there's about, 15,000, give or take, between the several nations that own nukes. And we know that once one nation launches nukes, everyone's going to launch them. So there will be about 12 to 15,000 nukes in the air landing on targets. That will be the end. 72 minutes and humanity will be done. There will be some survivors, but they estimate about 5 billion people will die within 2 hours. Is that what we want as humanity? Is that what we want as a civilized people? Once again, this is not political. I have friends that are Democrats, far left, liberal, progressive. My sister, who I love, is a leftist liberal. I don't want her to get hurt in nuclear war. We disagree on topics, but she's my sister. I have friends that disagree with me. Hey, we're a civilized people. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. But violence isn't the answer. Assassination attempts aren't the answer. And nuclear war is definitely not the answer. I guess someone out there must like nuclear war or like war to say, nah, Trevor, you're wrong. We want war. Hey, I guess you're allowed your opinion. Just don't talk to me. I don't even, if you're a friend of mine, unfriend me. Because I can't have people like you on my timeline. I don't even want to associate with people that advocate for the death of innocent people. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to know you. And I want to pretend I never knew you. Because you're not a human. You're either controlled or possessed by demons. Because no human would ever want nuclear war. No sane human who cares about other people would want nuclear war. We can disagree on abortion. We can disagree on the economics. You can vote for Kamala all day long. That's fine. I disagree with her policies. But I don't want to see her get hurt. You can disagree with Biden. I think Biden's a comatose senile patient. But I don't want to see him get hurt. I'm voting Trump. Why? Because he's the best choice we have to stop the war before it starts. I don't know. It's probably too late. These guys in power are gunning to start this war before Trump even gets in office. Maybe that's part of their plan so that they can make sure Trump doesn't get in office because they'll cancel the election. Great. Then we'll have nuclear war and civil war. Because the second that happens, this country will come apart at the seams. Once again, we do not want war. Civil war is not good. Anyone that's been involved in civil war or has went to countries where civil war is going on, it's ugly. Innocent people get hurt. Nasty things that I could never talk about publicly happen to people. And it's ugly. I don't want civil war. I want a United States where people can disagree, argue heatedly, and then have a beer afterwards. You can't do that with nuclear bombs, man. We got to get this under control. Contact Congress right now. Everyone in America, share this video. This needs to go to tens of millions of people. We need to light their phone lines up. They need to hear from millions of us right now. This has got to stop. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. That means removing Biden from office right now, today, by the 25th Amendment. Great, do it. If that means Harris needs to get in there and she'll fix this, I'm all for her fixing this. I will gladly put my hand on her back and give her a pat on the back if she can get in there and say enough's enough. Stop Ukraine and everyone else from pushing this any further. This is bigger than Harris. This is bigger than Trump. This is bigger than any policy. This is bigger than the economy. This is bigger than anything. We've got to call our elected leaders who don't seem to care about us at all and tell them stop this nonsense right now, today. Because, man, they send one drone or anything now into Russia. Anything. It's over. Now, do I think Putin is going to nuke United States right out of the gate? I don't believe so. I believe this is how it will escalate based on thousands and thousands of hours of research, listening to think tanks, CIA operatives, and military experts, strategists, on both sides. I listen to both sides. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I listen to the far left, the far right. I put it all together. I critically think. I form my own opinions. I'm a free thinker. I don't like to be told what to think. I like to create my own opinion, my own worldview based on the facts and the truth that is out there. But I'm anti-war, man. War is never good. The way I believe, based on everything I've seen, he'll do this. Sorry, I had to pull over in a lane. I think he will first nuke Ukraine. Probably Kiev. He'll probably drop a tactical nuke, a smaller nuke, similar to what we dropped on Japan on Kiev. Maybe he'll hit a few places in Ukraine, military targets. Maybe he'll launch a few tactical nukes. They are smaller. And then I think if that doesn't settle things down, I think he will then immediately nuke UK and Germany, and we'll go from there. So let's call our people and get some help. Let's stop this right now.